Yo, what is up, my star family, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm talking about how to tell if you're being haunted, basically. And I'll get into later if you are experiencing paranormal events. I can share with you how to get rid of them or there. Man, I just came with an idea, but I'll talk about that later. So the first sign that you're being haunted or that your house is haunted. So if you're being haunted, it basically means poltergeist when you're being haunted. But if your house is haunted, it means that the energies, whatever events took place in the house or in that area, that if your house is built in that area, then your house is haunted, basically. And so the first sign is that you watch and you can't really tell from where. Like if nobody's around you, if you're up at 3 a.m. and you're going to the refrigerator and you just feel watched. It happens to me all the time. And so, yeah, that's a sign. And usually, fun fact that I learned recently, when you look at someone or when you stare at someone, they can tell that they're being watched. How you should stare at someone without getting caught, I guess, by looking at them sideways, basically. So not staring directly at them, but staring at them, but not completely, just in your peripheral vision. The second sign that your house is haunted is that you're experiencing cold areas or hot areas in your house. So basically, let's say it's winter, like it's about to be winter now, and all of a sudden you feel like a colder space, in your house. And if it makes you feel kind of static, I will be wary of this one, because if it happens only in winter, that could be, oh no, all right. I have a lot. So let's say your house is haunted throughout the whole year, and so all right, so let's say that so the third sign that your house is haunted is that you hear footsteps or you just hear noises throughout your house. And the thing is with the sign is it could be false, because if you only hear this in the winter, it basically means that the coldness is your house is adapting to the coldness, and you might hear creaks here and there. So if it only happens in the winter, that doesn't mean that there's a spirit walking around. But if you hear this throughout the year, so through summer and winter, that could definitely be a sign that your house is haunted. And the third sign your house is haunted is that you wake up at a certain time. So well, if you don't have a sleep schedule, if you wake up at 3 a.m. or at a certain time, like let's say you wake up and you always see 333, 222, just any synchronistic numbers, then that could be a sign that the spirit is trying to contact you in some way. And growing up, I need to tell these stories more often, but I'm gonna tell a quick version of it now. Growing up, I used to have a old couch bed, and it was my door was right at the end of it, and my third eye was open at the time, and I saw a tall, well, I don't know if he was tall, but it was a shadowy figure, and he had a tie on, like a business suit kind of, and I have no idea who he was. And it actually happened in this very room that I'm recording in right now. So I believe the only reason I stopped seeing him is because I closed my third eye. And so if your third eye is open or active, you'll be able to sense spirits more easily and be able to actually kind of see them. Well, only if they want you to see them. I believe spirits you can only see them if they want you to. And so that's what I wanted to share. I feel like I should mention this. There's a difference between ghosts and demons, and I'll get more into that later because I'm still kind of forming my opinion. And I do have a little bit of experience, not with demons necessarily, but I believe I shared this before, but I'll share this again another time. So, but just know there's a difference between demons and ghosts. And right now I'm talking about ghosts. And so I might get into demons on a later topic if you're being haunted by a demon. If you are, I highly recommend seeing a shaman or a priest. But if you want to deal with it yourself, I believe there's a way, but you'll need some assistance and obviously a belief in some sort of religion. Well, not religion, but a higher power. I mentioned this earlier at the beginning of the video, but I mentioned this earlier at the beginning of the video. So another sign you can tell your house is haunted is if it's, how do I explain it? Like the area or your house itself. If some event happened at your house to where it caused high intense emotions and people died, then sometimes hauntings will replay that traumatic event because they're trapped in that mode. So if you experience seeing events that happened a long time ago, that's an obvious sign that your house is haunted. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. This is a little bit different than what I usually make my videos on, but expect my future videos to be more on the energy and paranormal topics, and yeah, it's what I'm into, and it's what I enjoy thinking about and talking about. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and see you in another version of the Now. Later.